I do want to talk about, if you want to talk about the injury you had on the down fence. Where was that?
Jacksonville.
It was in Florida. Okay. Yeah, let's, if you want to, I'd definitely love to run through that, the whole process of that day, getting the 50 and then going for the back one there. So.
Yep. Essentially, it's just the tale as old as time, the one more, Can't fucking say it.
Did you say it?
For sure.
Terry, come on.
Let me set this up, okay?
Set it up.
So, all day we're winching. All day I forget to eat. Classic Terry. So, we finally get to this spot at the end of the day. I think it's like our second or third spot. But I think it's our second spot, but we had like 3 people ride at the spot before or something. And it takes a while to set up. We have to like grind some of the fence down, cut some bushes and stuff down. And anyway, yeah, I just set the dry pull up, little backside dry pull to serrated fence fitty, little bonk at the end. And yeah, I think it takes me like 5 or 6 tries to get it. I keep trying, like, after I get it, then I try like 2 or 3 back 180. But bro, my stomach is like, hates me.
Churning,
It's like, yeah, there's nothing in it. It's done. I'm done. We're all done. So I pretty much just like, yep, it's over. And Quinn's like, oh, yeah, maybe I try and like hit it switch to side. Like, yeah, go for it. Go back to the car, like change clothes, get dried, whatever. Then come back out and Quinn's like, yeah, man, like I've decided I'm not going to do it. You should try you should go for your trick again. Like, you're getting so close. I'm like, all right, I got dry clothes on. Maybe I go for it. I land it. I ride away. I still have dry clothes on. If I don't, I fall in the water. I have wet clothes. I change into this next pair of dry clothes. It's like, all right, one more. I'll just try one. I'm either going to ride away dry, or I'm going to change into these clothes again. And yeah, the only thing I remember is like putting my arm up for Quinn to start the winch, or like to engage the winch. I guess it was already started, but
and it goes black after that. That's all you remember.
Yeah. And then I wake up in his car on the way to the hospital.
Shit. So did you get knocked out there, or?
I think my subconscious was still doing stuff, but my conscious was not there at all.
Okay. But you didn't like black out, like concussion in the water.
Yeah, no, I'm blacked out. Like literally,
you did.
I remember putting my arm up, and then I remember like remembering my whole life in Quinn's Suburban on the way to the hospital, and then just like feeling my face and like feeling all my teeth were gone, and like clearly there was something wrong. And then I like look over at him, and I was just like, bro, what happened? He's like, I'm just so glad that you're speaking normal right now. He's like, you've been screaming and like saying the craziest shit for like the whole time. Like, I don't remember anything, but like apparently when I hit the water, like I was just like screaming, help me, and like swimming. And like even once they got me on the land, I was like, help me, help me, help me. And like, I don't know, just like rolling around. And yeah, they got my board off and then got me in the car, and I was just still like screaming over and over. And then, like I said, like I remember coming to in the car, and then that's when I quit screaming. It was just like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
What is going on? So, yeah, I guess like officially or whatever, what happened? You 50, come off early?
Yeah, so I pretty much 50, come off early. Got these super bad shoulders, so I like always like pull them in, give myself a hug right before a fall. Make sure they like kind of stay in place. Rather break the ribs than pop the shoulders out. But in the video, you can kind of see me like pull my shoulders in. And then as I kind of look to the water where I'm going to land, the post hits me straight in the face, on the left side of the face.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I've actually never watched it. I always look away.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I don't even really want to go through like how I had to get to the hospital and everything, but it was a nightmare. And all the homies, Wes Huber, Quinn, Poncho, everyone, Cole, all you boys, like, thank you so much for that whole experience. But My mom got me or for like, I don't know, saving me from that whole
being
experience.
the guys that they needed to be.
Because I don't know how well my subconscious could have swam without them, but
yeah,
I like to think that maybe it could have made it to shore, but maybe not.
yeah. Thank God that you had a solid crew with you.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely like winching alone's pretty dumb.
Yeah, it's really stupid. You should have a very solid squad if you ever do it.
For sure.
You need to have people that'll have your life, or have your back for sure.
But anyway, my mom got like the best surgeon that she could find in Tennessee. So I went and met with him, or realistically, I went to the hospital that he was working at, and he saw me and said that he thought he could fix me up. And I went to surgery the next day, but this is like 4 days after it happened.
So you don't have to go into super detail about what happened, but the post-it in the face knocked all your teeth out. Like anything else that happened?
Yeah, it like split the top of the roof of my mouth in half, like cracked the roof of my mouth in half, and then the left side of my jaw it completely like, at least like normally when you like dislocate your jaw, I guess it's like just needs to be sewn back up.
Okay.
But it wasn't my jaw that was dislocated; it was my whole skull that was fractured, and my whole fractured skull fell down. So I didn't actually have to have my jaw wired shut. I just needed 5 plates and 22 screws to like rebuild my facial structure to bring my face back up.
Okay. Wow.
Because it was kind of like my right teeth were touching, but my left teeth were open.
Just out. Okay. And you said it was 4 days after you got surgery. 4 days after it happened. Okay. Are you like getting pain meds, obviously, and at that point to try and manage the pain?
Yeah, they gave me pain meds when we went to Jacksonville. I went there to like see if my brain was okay and everything.
Was the brain good?
Brain was all good.
Okay.
And then they said, yeah, you need facial surgery. And then that's when I was like,
talk to your mom, and
she's like, yeah, you should try and get to Valdosta and then try and get to Tennessee.
Okay. Wow. I mean, they did a really good job.
So this is where it comes in. My doctor, I wish I could remember his name, but he also did the facial surgery for Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain's wife, when she was in a car wreck.
Really?
And he had also, his stepson had also been in an ATV wreck and crushed his face way worse than mine, and he had already rebuilt his face as well, which is another reason why he felt confident in rebuilding mine. So,
wow, interesting. So you definitely got the guy though for it.
I did. The only issue is I was now 26 years old, and I was almost 1 year anniversary of being kicked off my parents' insurance.
Okay, so let's talk about that. You didn't have any health insurance at the time, correct?
0.
Okay, so what's that bill?
It was pretty nice because like I was able to like talk to the hospitals, and a lot of the hospitals do charity care, so like they can just write it off on their taxes if you do like a ton of paperwork, and also that prove that you like work at a wake park and have no money.
Yeah, that you're a wakeboarder. And yeah.
So I think like I just owed this guy $40,000 pretty much, but he really normally charges like 60 to 100.
Okay.
So he was already helping me out at 40,000.
Yeah. Still a lot of money, but definitely a big help.
Yeah.
Dropping it down. Yeah. So are you just, when it's all said and done, it's like 40 basically, or around there is what you owe?
I think it was like 37 something.
Okay.
But I feel like then there was like the x-ray people, like all the x-ray and like any of the drugs you get and stuff like that. That's not
bills and stuff.
Yeah, that's not part of the charity care. That's just like your room and board, I guess. That's part of that. So it was like, I don't know. I don't really know how much, but I owed this guy 37 and almost 40 or something.
Okay. So how do you start paying that off? I mean, I know you get a job on an oil rig, basically.
I actually went to Pennsylvania and Ohio and just fracked up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Immediately after that, were you like, I'm just going to get like the highest paying job that I can think of?
Yeah, essentially I was just like sitting at home rehabbing, and my dad was just like, I heard this ad on this radio, like, it's like fracking's going crazy, like natural gas is popular. No one's wrote any laws, like New York won't let you do it, but
kinda
they're
like
just
Wild West.
New York won't let, like, New York has laws already, but they're just on like the Pennsylvania border. Like, they can dig vertical or horizontal as well as vertical. So they'll just dig down a bit and then just dig horizontal straight into New York. So then they can just pump out into Pennsylvania.
Okay. And that's a super high paying gig for just kind of showing up and working on that.
Yeah, you can make $100,000 a year with a neck tattoo for sure.
With a neck tattoo?
Yeah.
Was that a requirement?
No, just like those are the kind of people that are out there.
Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Just like, I've never heard like the most dirtiest, raunchiest jokes ever, like in a van, like on the way to work ever. Just like nonstop shit talk on the radio.
Yeah.
Pretty much like the closest thing that you can get to like fraternity or military style pecking order, I guess.
Okay.
You got to wear a green hat for the first 6 months, like just so they know like you could be a danger to people.
Because you're not experienced at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. So you're just like the green hat.
Watch out for that guy over there.
Watch out for that guy or fuck with that guy.
Both. So how long did you work that gig for?
6 months.
So you didn't even get to take the green hat off.
I actually quit like right as I was getting to take my green hat off. I was actually thinking about staying in longer and making more money.
Yeah.
But the coalition premiere was, I think, like a month later or something. And I was just like, you go 2 weeks on, 1 week off. But then also you could just like work your week off if you wanted. And that's what I was doing. But some weeks I would go wakeboard my week off. And it just wasn't going to work out. Like, I already counted the weeks. So I was just like, as soon as I got it, then I'm just going to be over it.
Okay. What's the pay like for that? If you're doing the thing where you work, that schedule you were just saying.
Yeah, it resets every year or every week on overtime, but you're pretty much doing 16-hour days every day. Like, you go back to the hotel, you sleep for 7 hours, you wake right back up, get back in the van, go back out and do it.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, I was making like $2,000 a week.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of work.
And then also I would get my per diem, which is like $50 to $60 a day just for food.
Tax-free money.
Tax-free money, and I would just save all that, just making peanut butter and sandwiches, and everyone would go out to eat, and I just like eat the free food at the hotel.
Yeah.
Another thing, like the hotels, like we're getting so much money from our companies, they would just like always have buffets out. So I just like eat that, and then also like take it the next day for food if I didn't want to make a sandwich, just saving as much money as possible, trying to get out of there.